Alright guys, so I'm gonna just go real quick on the plans for the truck. A 1989 D100. It has the 239 V6 engine in it. But what we're about to start working on is getting an engine swap. Putting a big old V8 in it. This is the interior. I know I haven't showed this truck yet. Let me just go ahead and show you guys what's wrong. This is a non-factory AC car. The engine has, let's see, 129,000 miles on it, and it runs great. It runs flawlessly. I just changed out the heater core a few weeks ago, and it runs perfect. Just slow. No pickup. It's an 89, so it's not carbureted. It's a throttle body injected, but it still gets horrible gas mileage. So, picked up in 1989 Dodge Durango with a 318 V8 Magnum engine, and that's what we're gonna swap in this car. Let me show you guys that. So here it is. I got a little spotlight up there shining down, and I also got my handheld light. I already started disassembling this. I'm not gonna film the you know, the whole engine removal process. I think there's a lot of videos on that, and you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. But I will begin this whole rebuilding this 318 V8 engine. You know, I'm having it on a stand, and you know, I'm gonna put a cam in it, and you know, just give it a little bit more power for when it goes back into the 89. Now, let me get outside, get some more light. So that's the 318 in there, and it's a 4x4. So I believe it has the 46 RE transmission. Now, I think mine has, because it's a V6, it has a 32 RH, which is the hydraulic, because they didn't have the RE is electronic. But I think the dimensions are the same, so it should both right up. I mean, the Durango, I want to keep the fuel injection. I'm not going to switch it to carburetor, so I'm bringing the entire wiring harness, computers, all that into the truck. So I shouldn't have an issue. I mean, when I bought this thing for 800 bucks, and I drove it 20 miles back home, and besides it needed a really bad alignment, it ran pretty good. Has 220,000 miles on it, and ran pretty good. No check engine lights. Oil pressure was good. Has oil pressure gauge in it. Coolant temp was good. So yeah, I'm gonna get this thing out, get it on the stand, and once I get it on the stand, that's when I'll start documenting the whole process of tearing it down, cleaning it up. And this is a real budget build, so I have to see how everything looks, but I may or may not use a machine shop. I mean, because this is just strictly a budget build. If the cylinder looks good, I might just hone it myself and things like that, because I don't want to overbore or anything. But we'll just have to see when we get it out the stand, get torn apart. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so I got the engine out. I took it out last weekend and just sat it on the tire. I didn't have any time to work on it throughout the week, but this weekend I'm gonna start disassembling and see what we're working with, see what parts we need, all that jazz. So here it is. Let me tighten this thing. Alright, so here it is. 318 Magnum V8. I just bought this jack from good old Harbor Freight. Yeah, engine stand from Harbor Freight. So I had to go get the Lowe's, get some bolts so I can bolt it up to the bell housing. But first we gotta take this off so I can bolt it up around there. So let's do that now. Flywheels off.
Premiumbeat.com.
Take a look. Alright, so I had plans to replace the freeze plugs, but they're really good. Like, really good. This engine has 220,000 miles on it. Huh. Alrighty then. Let's get this thing in the air and get it on this stand.
Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com.
Alright, so here it is on the stand. Before I start pulling everything off and everything, I do want to set this thing to TDC so I can pull the distributor, because I'm going to reuse this distributor. And I just want to get it in time so when I go to put it back on. Now there should be a mark somewhere here. I gotta clean this up. Let me put no one spark plug out and set this thing to TDC. Huh. Plugs look really good. I'm gonna reuse these. They're really good. Cool. Set you there. Alright. Okay, so I just got this thing set to TDC. Let's see, it's hard to tell, but there it says TDC. You line this up with the crank damper or whatever. You just turn it. It's a 32 millimeter bolt. Once you know that lines up with there, and then you check your distributor and the rotor. Get some light here. The rotor should point to this notch here. Oh, focus. Point to that notch there, and that says cylinder number 1. So now we can go ahead and pour the distributor. Alright, got distributor out. This was the oil pressure sensor, but I broke it trying to unclip it. So we're gonna pull this out and then try and get the manifold off. I broke one bolt and I forgot one here. But yeah, we'll see if we can get this manifold off. Let's take this oil pressure sensor off. Oh shit. Okay. I need. Alright. Need a new one of these. Oh, sensor plug. Let's try and get this manifold off now.
Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com.
Alright, got it off. Water pump should come next. As I think this is
Premiumbeat.com.
crystal.
Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com.
Oh man. Alright, so I got the water pump off. Let's see what we're working with. So, clutch fan is still attached to the water pump. I mean, shoot. This water pump works. I mean, it still works everything, but I'm gonna replace it anyway. And I'm not gonna use the clutch fan because it's just gonna be a tight fit between that and the radiator when I put it in my 89 D100. So I must be switching to electric fans. But I'm gonna replace this, but I'm gonna keep it, hang on to it just in case. I mean, it still works. It's a bracket for the AC and the oh, this thing's aluminum. It's really light. For the alternator. So here's what we're working with now. Yeah, I just cut this. So the upper radiator hose. Sensor, coolant. I mean, everything's. I mean, this truck was running perfectly fine. I think that's the temp sensor. I forgot what that one was. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's pull the valve cover off. Take this tensioner off. Get the power steering pump off. And let's keep moving. Alright, get a little update. See where we're at. So I took tensioner off. That was mounted here. Took that off. This was mounted underneath it. Got that off. I'm about to remove the intake. One of the bolt I broke. I broke one bolt out of like 12 or 13 freaking one. I mean, these bolts are pretty nasty. Like, I'm just gonna buy new ones, but hopefully I can pry this off. Also, I'm gonna have to get the drill and drill that out. Let's see. Oh yeah. God damn, for being aluminum, this shit's heavy. So let's take a look what we got here. That's the bolt I broke. All this bad corrosion is. Hopefully I get a vice grip on that and pull it out. Oh, got a little leaf in there. Okay. It's looking okay, I guess. Alright. Before I forget, let me pull this out. Then we'll pop the valve covers off. And this is like, I think mouse turds or something all in here. I mean, I bought this car, this Durango. It was running and driving. I can tell the guy I bought it from, he didn't drive it. You know, it was parked at his aunt's house at an apartment complex. So who knows how long it wasn't driving. But the plates are still on the car and it has registrations are still good, but I don't know. Let's keep going to work.
Premiumbeat.com.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get this stud out that's black. I sprayed it with some PB Blaster. Gonna put a vice grip on it and hopefully we can wiggle this thing off.
Premiumbeat.com.
Got it out. Broken stud. Didn't have to bust out the welder. Let's finish taking this thing apart. Get this timing cover off.
Premiumbeat.com.
Time to pull this harmonic balancer out. Okay, there we go. Got my Harbor Freight puller here. First time I'm using it. I bought this a long time ago. Can't remember why. Okay, so I can't get the harmonic balancer off. I have to go to the store and get longer bolts. I can't use the original, they're too short, and it's like midnight and the store's closed. But I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna vacuum up all the trash around the valve covers before I pull them, so I don't spill all that inside the engine. So yeah, get to it.
Premiumbeat.com.
Okay, rockers look good, in good shape. Everything's in good shape. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna have I'm gonna pull the heads off on this passenger side and pull all these rockers out. Let me take a look.
Premiumbeat.com. 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 Premiumbeat.com.
Okay, so it's getting late. It's like 1 a.m. But I at least want to get this head off. I got all my rocker arms and push rods sitting in order, labeled and everything. But let's take this head off. I wanna get that done at least. We'll do the other side tomorrow. trying to break loose. Ugh. Oh yeah.
Premiumbeef.com.
I don't know why there's still so much coolant left in here. Let that drain. You can't see, but I do have a drain pan under here. Try to protect my floors as much as I can. I just noticed I missed the boat. Alright. Alright. Maybe now it'll come off. See if I can pry it up some more. Oh yeah. Just held it on by the one I left in on intentionally now. Back this up a little. Let me get a spot ready to set this thing down on. Oh man, this thing is heavy. Oh. Whew. Iron heads are no joke. That thing is a lot heavier than I thought it would be. So, here's the head. Oh, man. Assuming just whatever stock heads. Comes with the factory 318. And my push rods there. Take a look at the, oh, God. Take a look at the pistons here. Top of the piston. It's a little A little ridge there. Not as bad. I mean, it's... You can definitely feel a ridge there. I don't know, cylinder walls look okay. Can't feel anything. You know, that's not a ridge, it's more like just dirty. Huh. We'll inspect that more when we tear it down more, but that'd be it for tonight.